Hello guys, today I will show you how to create this awesome church flyer on your Pixellab application. But before we begin, let's check our intro. Hello guys, how are you all doing? Trust you are doing wonderful. A happy Sunday to you all. So over the weekend I got this project to design this flyer for a church, and the feedback they gave after presenting it to them was so satisfactory. They were happy with the design, and that positive feedback prompted me to bring this tutorial up so you can also see the way I designed this flyer, right from the preparation of the background to the finishing dots of the design. So stay with me, it's really going to be an awesome tutorial. We'll be using Pixellab and the PScc touch to prepare the backgrounds, and all the other write-ups will be done on Pixellab here. But please, if you are joining us for the first time, hit the subscribe button right away, turn the notification on, and be sure that you are subscribed to the channel for regular design tips. Also make it a point of duty please to share this tutorial with some of your friends who are designers, so they can also learn as we grow together. That said, we'll be beginning, and I would just love to delete everything and start afresh. So let's just go back to the default page so that we can be able to trace everything from the beginning. So this is the default page of our Pixellab, and I want to delete this text and proceed up here to change the background size to my desired taste. So I want the background size to be 1023 by 1280. So this is the size, the height, and the width. Take note of it if you want to replicate these designs. And as usual, I'm promising to leave the link to the resources I will be using for this design on the video description, so you can check it from there. Now, after setting the size 1023 by 1280, proceed to your background setting down here to give the background a color, but we want to use a gradient for this. So click on gradient, and after clicking on gradient, click on this plus button and click on this first color. Click here and also click here. So we want to control this small you can see a small circle color picker here. We want to have something blue. Okay, so our objective is to come up with a blue color. So we want to have this blue, and let's create the second version of the blue, which is going to be dark. So we want a darker blue, so we want to control it here also. Good. Let's just make it this way. Now you can take note of these color codes if you really want to come up with this kind of design, this same design. So this one is 082F74. okay, then for this light it's 00982. So you can copy these color codes if you want to come up with this same design. Now let's choose on this second pattern so that we have something like this. Good. So this is just awesome. Now click OK and click on the check mark. So this is our background, the first step, and we are going to save this background. So let's save it here. Let's save the background. So after saving the background, the next thing you want to do is to continue to your PScc touch. Also I will be leaving the link to this application on the video description. You can just check it out and install it on your mobile. Now let's click here to add the background. So it's from photo library, and choose the layer. The source is on Pixellab, so our background that we designed was on Pixellab. We have to bring it in. So this is the background. Just click on add and it's added. So after adding your background, guys, the next thing you want to do is to click on this layer button to add a layer. Click on the plus button and a layer. They'll ask you, we want it from photo library, so we're going to choose from pins. Okay, it's going to be, I downloaded some light effects that we want to add to the background, so this is it. I'll also leave the link to get this on the video description. Now click here. Okay, first of all, let's blend this by clicking here. So let's click here and click here as well, then click here. You have to click here also and choose screen to blend the image with the light effect with the background. So choose screen, and as you can see, it's already blended with the background. So the next thing you want to do is to click here and choose transform to move it around. So we're choosing transform, then you increase the size, and carefully place it up this way. Now click on the check mark and you're good to go. After having this, let's go and work on the background further. So click back on this and you choose warp. So choose warp, and after choosing warp, you have an arrow here. So first of all, move the arrow up this way, and after moving the arrow up, you will see another point here. Push the point up also, then control this to the left. Good. So we have something like this. You can just adjust this to your taste. Alright, good. So click on the check mark and our background is ready. So the next thing you're going to do is to click on done and save. So it's saved, and what we're going to do now is to select this save to gallery, then you choose it, tick it, and you take OK. So it's saved to our gallery. Good. So our background is ready. We're going to proceed back to Pixellab now. We don't need this actually, so we're just going to click now on the from gallery, okay, to bring in the background. So click from gallery, and this is the background that we just created. So good, this is our background. The next thing that we have to do is to bring in the images of the men of God. So I have their images here. This is the first one. So I actually worked these images on I edited them on my photo room application. That will be a tutorial for another day. So you can reduce the size of this a little. Good. Now let's bring in the other image. So we're going to crop this. Good. Now here we have to make sure that their heads are on the same level in order to maintain balance. So you see, if you position it, for example, if you make another one bigger, another one smaller, it won't really communicate hierarchy into the design. So for now, we just want to make sure that everything is aligned. Good. So after placing the images like this, the next thing we want to do is to create a gradient. So we're going to choose this square and make it a rectangle. Then come down to gradient, click on the plus button. After clicking on the plus button, click here and here to set your gradient, and push the opacity completely to the negative side, then click OK, and we have our gradient, as you can already see. So what we're going to do is just to push up this gradient a little. Let's see. So we're going to push it up a little to make sure that it blends well with it blends those images well into the background. Okay, good. Now you can click on this check mark and come to color, enable it, then go give it the same gradient that we created, this blue gradient. Good. So as you can see, we are giving it that same gradient. You can use your relative position to tag everything to the middle, then go to layer and just lock everything up. So after locking everything up like this, what we need to do now is to bring in the logo for the church. So we are going to bring in the logo. For the sake of not tracing this design back to the one that I designed, I decided to change some write-ups, but it's still going to be the same design, don't worry. So after bringing the logo, let's go change the color of the logo into this dark version of blue. So we're using this, and reduce the size a bit, use relative position to tack it to the middle. Then we're going to go to text, click on text and add. So the name of the church is Shana City Church, and it's Moments with God. Moments with God. Then let's give it the same dark blue. Go to font. I think we should use Montserrat here. So we're going to use Montserrat bold. Then we reduce the size. And after reducing the size, go to spacing. Space it out to about 90. Then use your relative position to tack it to the middle and send it up a little. So it's Moments with God. Now I have some text effects that I also created. So this is the text effect. I'm also going to leave the link to these text effects on the video description. So all you need to do is just check it out and you can equally use it. So we're going to align this as well to the middle. Then we'll try to bring it down just a bit. Okay, you can place it just like so. Now go to layer and also lock it up. Now we want to write the name of the ministers of God who are for this program. So we have first of all Apostle Paul, and you can use the same dark blue. Then go to font. I want us to take note here. So Apostle is going to be with a different font and Paul a different font. So how do we do that? Just first of all, crop out Apostle, then give it the Amsterdam one font. After cropping it out, then crop also Paul, and we can give Paul the same Montserrat, or let's give it something different. We can try to give it the Roxford Sans Light. Okay, good. So as you can see, it's two fonts meshed together. No troubles with that at all. So we have also Paul and Prophet Jeremiah. So this one is Prophet Jeremiah. Like I said, I've changed some of the details here just so that it doesn't trace back to the original flyer, because I've not obtained their permission to present their informations to the public, but I'm actually replicating the same design I presented to this church. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome contents, and also make it a point of duty to share our tutorial to other designers. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go to text once again and write theme. So what's the theme? The theme is divine favor. We already brought that, so the color for this should be white, color white. Then go to fonts and make this the Amsterdam one font as well. Oh, okay, that did not work, so we can use another different script font. I think we can go for Javacom. Good, so Javacom is better. All right, now let's bring in the details. So the first thing is the date. So this program will be on, it actually happened on the 14th of May, which is actually today, 14th May 2023. Then use white, color white. Let's go give it the Roxford Sans font. Then you can even reduce the size a bit. Go to relative position and tack it to the middle, just like so. Good. Let's bring it down a bit. Okay, I think we can adjust the text effect. It's just so good. So let's tack this to the middle, then push the theme to this side. Now you can bring in your date, tack it to the middle, reduce the size a bit, then copy it, the time. So the time is okay. Let's first of all write the venue, which is Shana City Church, Bamenda. Okay, I think it's just proper to bring in the time first. So let's write the time. It's going to be as from 9 a.m. 9 a.m. prompt. Then use relative position as well to tack it to the middle. And you can also use this one now, use relative position. Just make sure everything is plumped up. So we have the date, the time, and the venue. And the last thing that we want to include now for this flyer is some biblical quotation that are presented to us. You know, most of these church flyers, they have their biblical quotations drawn from the Bible to really amplify the events, or to really send out the word of God in a more easy way for believers to understand. So they send in some quotation, biblical quotation, and I saved it on my WhatsApp. So I'm really going to go to my WhatsApp now, and I'm going to go to my WhatsApp and bring it out. So this is the quotation here, and I want to copy this just to maintain the same text effect. Then the quote here is the quotation. but we are going to change the color of this quotation into something different. So we are going to click on this plus button to sample the color from the background. So we are clicking on color picker. Just click on your color picker option and let's sample this color from here and click OK on the check mark. Click OK. Now let's reduce the size. So after reducing the size, go to align and use a middle alignment. Then you can place it, use relative position to tack it to the middle and even send it down a bit. Good. Okay, let's just send everything up so that I can be closer to these other write-ups. Perfect. So guys, after bringing in your Bible quotation, the next thing that we have to do now is to put some additional shape that can give the necessary beauty to this design. So we're clicking on shapes and we're going to choose a circle, reduce the opacity completely, go to the stroke width, increase the stroke width also to full length 52, and give the stroke width a white color. So after giving the stroke width a white color, come to your stroke, enable your stroke and give it a white color as well. Then you can increase the size of the stroke just to about 20. I think 20 is fine. Then let's increase the shape, the size of the shape as well, and place it this way. Then tap to back, and after tapping to back, go now to your opacity and reduce the opacity of the shape so that it can also blend well with our background. Let's just leave it by 20. Then use your relative position to tack it to the middle. Awesome. So with this, our design is ready for delivery and to cash out. I hope we all learned one or two things in this tutorial, and if you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and also make it a point of duty to share this particular tutorial with all your fellow designers so that they can as well learn one or two things. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next tutorial.